Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Soft Rebuild, where we all as a community rebuild our lives together. Softly, strongly, but surely. Today's topic is quite sensitive, quite close to my heart. Something I have lived the experience, and there's a lot of people who've lived that experience as well. Generally, divorce is considered very, very negative. So we're going to talk about divorce today, how through the divorce, me and my son rebuilt a beautiful life for us. Let's not associate divorce as all bad. Yes, of course, breaking up and divorce can be very difficult emotionally, because even if there's no love, there's still a connection because you've lived with them for so long. Or if you have a child, obviously there is a big connection there, and you probably will have to see them quite often than you want to. Divorce is not the end of our lives. It is not the end of the book. There's more chapters in your book, and they're going to be beautiful. Trust me. I had come to Australia in 2007 after getting married, and then I had my son. We never had a very amicable relationship to start with. It was an arranged marriage. And as soon as my son was born, our relationship got worse. And he just disappeared one night and never came back. So the reason why I'm telling this is there are different experiences everyone has. People have worse than me, I found it a bit more challenging because I didn't have any friends here, didn't have any relatives, no family here. So it was hard. Didn't know how to look after a child. My position had just gone redundant, had no money. So a lot of those challenges came, and everyone has a challenge. But how we strongly get through them without going into victim mode is our strong point. That's what we need to do. So at the time when I got divorced, my son was a year and a bit or close to 2. And the only thing in my mind was I don't want my son to go to government houses. I had heard really bad stories. So I was really worried about that. I wanted to make sure I'm able to provide everything for my son. So it was all about him. And in reality, it was a good thing because my attention went away from my emotions at that time. And my focus was all about my son. I never had love for my ex. So it was easy from emotional point of view. So no problem as far as that was concerned. But I do love my son, and I wanted to give him everything, and I wanted to make sure he's okay. Okay? So when a divorce happens, it feels like the life is finished, but the life just starts after divorce. Okay. And I read it in Catherine Alle's book. I think the title is 9 Magnets of Love. It's a beautiful book if you want to read it. And she says, if the person is your soulmate, you will never there's never a breakup or a divorce. So I am a strong believer. I thought that's right. And probably my ex-husband wasn't my soulmate. Clearly, person you are getting divorced from or you are divorced from probably wasn't a soulmate. Again, I'm not saying that's the case, but that's what I believe in. And someone who is your soulmate will, you can do anything to annoy them, but they will always be by your side. So divorce is just a chapter of your book. It's not your entire book. So do not make it your entire book, please. So the reason why I thought I'll talk about this topic also was recently my cleaner, who's a father to 3 kids, and he wasn't sounding very well, and he wasn't cleaning the way he normally cleans. Like, everything okay, buddy? And he opened about him going through separation. So separation does impact us. It does. And the longer the relationship, the more impact we all have. Again, I was lucky. My relationship only was for, I think, about 5 years when we got separated. So And because this was an arranged marriage, I didn't know him before. So it was easier than maybe a lot of other people that I hear separation about. But it's hard. When I was going through separation, I had to take my son to every lawyer meeting that I really didn't want my child to go to. But I had nobody here that I could have left my son with. Slowly and gradually we made some beautiful relationships. But at that time, didn't have anyone. So after I got divorced, I started to learn driving. That was a big thing for me. I didn't know how to drive, and there was a way to control me by my ex. I wasn't allowed to drive and allowed to learn. But after my divorce, I found my first rental home, started driving. I started business after another setback. I'll talk to you guys about that separately, about redundancy. But this setback was important. This divorce was important for me to be what I am today, for my son to be what he is today. So divorces are pack of lessons. You know, there are innumerable lessons. So a couple of them I'll probably mention now is there's only one person with you through that process of divorce, and that's you. So do not leave yourself as you're going through the process of separation. Look after yourself. Number 2 is, especially when you have child, be strong, heal yourself and heal your child. Go through the healing journey together. It's beautiful, okay? Number 3, find happiness in small things. We don't need to go to Disneyland to be happy. We can be in a garden next to the plants, and that could bring a lot of happiness for us. Yeah. 4th one, that was a big one for me. When I had got married, I had lost a lot of weight. I had almost forgotten how to smile. I was a very different person before I got married and after I got married. So I guess my biggest lesson also was that I had actually lost myself in that relationship. I didn't know who I was. And within a year of rebuilding a life back, I found myself. I was smiling, I was happy, I was calm. There was no anxiety. Everything was okay. Yes, there were still things, but child custody, child visitation, all that crap that comes with it. But I was doing much better. And I'm not saying divorce is a remedy for everything. All I'm saying is if the relationship is heavy, if that is not the right relationship for you and your partner, it's probably a good thing. Divorce is not the end of your life. It is the beginning of a beautiful life that's waiting for you on the other side. Okay. Something special that Brené Brown said, and I love what she said. Owning our story and loving ourselves through the process is the bravest thing we will ever do. And that is so true. That is so true. So I rebuilt my life, not by myself, but with my son on the other side of the string. And we're holding that string pretty strong. I lived from a pensioner to someone who had only $50 in a month for food and all the expenses, to now running a business and having a beautiful home, beautiful family. So if I can do it, you can do it. Anyone can do it. So all the best with your beautiful rebuild journey. And if you're going through divorce right now, big hug to you. And I honor you, respect you, love you. And if you're already divorced and going through healing, I love you all too, because that's exactly where I am. And let's all make it easy, make it beautiful and transformational. Because remember, beautiful life is ahead of you. Thank you very much and stay happy. Bye-bye. Thank you for being here. Remember, you're not broken, you are becoming. You chose to pause, you chose to feel, you chose to rebuild. You are loved, you are seen, you matter. I believe in your rise and the soft power of healing on your own terms. So go inwards and rediscover the beauty that's been with you all along.